Um, where is? Yeah, you should. I mean that. Yeah, you guys will want to jump over there probably. Okay, we're live now. I have an ad on my end, but yeah, y'all should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop off and let you kind of balance it out. Chat will tell you too on the levels, but like I said, you can tune it, the game audio with the VLC slider, and then just tune you and Nathan using your mic slider and um, yeah, yeah.
Okay, we got to switch over there.
Well, I mean, it'll go out no matter what. It's just in the restream one, not everyone
Oh,
can just jump in there.
okay.
So yeah, you two should hop over and then um, when introduce yourselves and take it away.
All right, we got to hop into the other really quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, you know what? Let me see if I'm good to go. Um, let me sorry. Um, okay, yeah, well, I'll jump the channel now. Let me see. So, yeah, I'm good to go. It's just I think the beginning part I might, but I'll figure it out. Um, I don't believe it's very long, like maybe at the most a minute, not even. Okay, yeah. All right. Hi, everyone. Let me see. I need to find your screen really quick. Right here. Hello, hello. Yeah, yeah, this is pretty exciting. Hi, everyone. Um, like Pyro said, welcome to Camp Spekkio. 2. Um, we're gonna be messing. Yo, I love using Boogie with Robo and Ayla, but anyway, what we're doing with this is another flag set that we are learning with do that annually. Um, basically what that means is the vanilla bosses will be basically just shift around. So there'll be a different boss in Cathedral at the end. Same thing with maybe Denadura Mountains examples. At the beginning here, it's just basic shopping right now. I wanted to keep it a little more campier since we're in those vibes right now. So I'm just gathering consumables and checking to see which character is in Frog's Burrow. It's not exactly something that everybody does, but there's new. But while in the encounter here, sorry about the intro being a little rushed, but I'm a mentor in the Jets of Time community. Camptoma, and then with me here is Inane Pyro. Yeah, I'm checking out there's two markets down here. For some reason, the shopkeeper didn't want to talk to me at all there, but I know with Acid Crab stream, a couple weeks ago, basically we're doing the same thing right now, talking to the captain, but yeah, with peeking into the burrow early, um, that is a big factor in deciding if you want to go after the character behind Cathedral, as Fritz was saying in chat. I think, yeah, it's okay though. Um, give us a little more time to talk about what's going on. Um, so really the only settings that have changed for this category is the boss randomization, and the item difficulty is set to normal just because I accidentally didn't set it to new player. But other than that, I'll be going over more details as we go along with the decisions that I've been making, and just all along, I need to start talking about the two characters we have at the start, honestly. My first start, oh, well, I'm happy because I already know that I have 2 out of the 3 characters that hold a key item behind a check. Robo, you can do the desert check, and get the key item immediately after by seeing Fiona. And then with Marley here, if we find the Prism Shard, we can head on over to the castle in 600 AD and do the trial in 1000. That way. And by the trial, I mean the kings. I really don't have like really early strategies besides going shopping right now. What I'm thinking here is, what am I going to do next after this? Where do I want to have my grind spot to be to whenever I do head to Cathedral? Since let me see. Oh yeah, we're doing the burrow check again. Yeah, that's where we're at. All right. So okay, cool. Yes, the one and the only. So with Magus being in burrow, that gives me a little more incentive to go behind Cathedral. You never know if Frog will be behind that check, but whenever we get to that point, we'll get there. Because I just ran the seed today, and I'm trying to remember what I did. But yeah, I tried to keep it casual for the campers as best I can. No crazy skips or anything like that too. Showing off the shop locations again, most of them, just so people are aware of where they're at, and if you're missing an item, you never know, you might find those ethers at that one check that you never really go to. But anyway, there's my grind spot right here is looks like I'm gonna be in Guardia Forest, 600E, and picked up a power tab, and down below, picking this fight up here. And the thing is with Chrono Trigger, whenever you start the game fresh, like completely, like a seed, it treats it as like you've never played the game before. So every second and fourth attack that you do will be a critical hit, and that's very important, especially if you do get a character like maybe Magus or something early, and you can do the Denadoro grind easy. But anyway, I believe it's hard coded in into the game, like every new copy that you get. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm not really like too know the technical sides of things. But with a fresh ROM, and then I've noticed at least the seed, every second or fourth attack I will do a critical strike. Yeah, checking like all the shops. Like I wasn't messing around with that. I want to make sure to show where power tabs are at, or just any tabs really. There's one in the Sunkeep, for example, and 600 AD. I'm not sure if a lot of people know about that. Before I played Jets, I didn't, that's for sure. Oh yeah, muscle memory for sure. Yeah, honestly, like all of this is you keep practicing, and then you'll just automatically develop your own route depending on the situation that you're into. And like these two tabs, for example, I always go after them because, well, really just for the speed tab, honestly. Speed tabs are king. There was one over in, let's see, the Aussie's Ancestors house that we just kind of crashed. Yeah, going pretty fast. Nah, they won't. Basic checks right now. I talked to the sir sitting at the bar drinking his pop. And at the very other side, there's actually another shopkeeper there that you could talk to, and he had some ethers, it looked like, and I love my ethers. Yeah, we found the gate key too. It's our first key item check. Mm-hmm. Dino times. Check at Snail Stop too to see what they have here. There's it's a knee jerk. It's I found it as a free check, honestly, just to see what's in Burrow, and that's kind of the downside of checking Burrow early, because you might find the medal at the Carpenter check and Snail Stop, but that's rarely ever happened, except apparently for this showcase, and it seems. Yeah, The fair. The fair also has several merchants, 3 of them that I'm aware of, at least on the bottom side. You got yeah, absolutely. He'll also always have shelters and revives on him too. So if you're ever in a pinch, you can head over to Melchior and he will save you. Also petting the cat, and along with petting the cat, Kronos House is also a very quick shelter. It's a free one. Won't even take you about 10 seconds to like really sleep there and then head on out and do your own thing again. Since we got the hero medal though, making another pit stop to see Magus again, saying hello, and figuring out what he's got on him today. Because I cannot remember. I hope so. It really was. It really is. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised even that you even guessed Thomas Pop correctly. I couldn't even remember. I don't think I check that yet though. Because as it seems I'm heading into the cathedral right now. Feeling ready to go after the grind spot that we were just in Guardia Woods right here. I mean, the cathedral's pretty straightforward. Being the first dungeon in the game too. The Nogats fight here. All of them have 60 hit points, as you'll see. One of the settings that we do have on is the enemy sight scope and the boss sight scope. It's extremely useful if you're learning how to run jets. Like, oh, absolutely. And I mean, I'm still learning all the bosses' hit points too, so don't feel like, you know, I just, it's a gut feeling just because I've been playing this game for so long that I have a general idea of the amount of hit points the enemies have. But learning with the sight scope is very, very useful. I would recommend it. Yeah, the hit points, I believe they get divided up. I'm correct? I think. Yeah, and Yocker has around 900 hit points. So, roughly, if we do get a 3-part boss, well, the math, it'd be 300 per part. Yeah, like, not even a minute, honestly. But we did get our 3rd character, and it happens to be Chrono. Chrono, he's a special case because if you can find a great weapon with him, he's very, very good. And if not, like with the wood sword right now, he just did 12 damage. uh, yeah, it's like I'm just poking the hedges right now, honestly. And yeah, with Fire Whirl. um, in that case too, since looks like I decided to leave Cathedral for now. I don't know what shenanigans I have coming up next. But yeah, I'm excited to see what I'm gonna do. Um, so it's like a okay. Let's see. I might need to speak a little louder too. Maybe I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I'll talk like I'll see how this is, and hopefully that'll work out. Since we did get the gate key, I looks like we went to prehistory, and I don't have magic unlocked yet due to the fact that I didn't have the setting or the flag checked. So if this is your first time seeing Spekkio as a frog, it's definitely something. Um, all oh sweet. Yeah, but I'm just thinking magic in my head right now, going around 3 times. Yeah, every single time I'm just like run around the room also with the team here in real life. Is how much I am thinking in magic. Um, Robo, he's yeah, he can't use magic due to him being a robot, but he does have shadow attacks. Um, yes. Yeah, I love the sound effects it makes too. You know, it sounds really cool. I love it. Yeah, I unlocked my magic, and it looks like I'm going up the Dactyl Nest. Dactyl Nest is another character check that you can do. However, it can be pretty difficult if you get Gatekeep early and only have 2 people in your party. As you can see here, Marley is not going to have a good time. So I'm glad that I brought 3 party members along with me. You can, well, while I'm on this, thinking about this topic, hi Dalton Cabin. The what I like to do with my menuing is before I run away from a fight or something along those lines. I found a slasher for Chrono. I'll hold in the runaway buttons, and right before I run away, I'll quickly go and press attack in my tech list. And since I have the battle cursor set immediately to start attack, I'll hold down the L and R button, and then I'll press A as soon as I can because I know Chrono has the fastest speed in the party, and he'll be the first one that will instantly like let me run away. just by holding down the buttons to run, pressing A, and then just waiting in the menu a little bit, and then we're bolting out of there. Just like that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I didn't want to really overwhelm the new campers, honestly, with skips. I wanted to, at least for now, keep it bare bones. And if anybody wants to learn more about doing these, they're pretty difficult. These two right here, I'm not gonna lie. I just booked it to just kind of have the newer campers, just playing along with me too, in a way. That's what I felt, at least. I don't want to do anything too crazy in this seed.
Just go and buy the book.
Yeah, it's making sure that Luca has her magic now. I probably could have just made this one trip, but I tend to make things a little more complicated than they need to be sometimes. Looking at my party right now, I'm feeling pretty comfortable due to the fact that I know that Chrono has the slasher. It gives you +2 speed, and it's not the wood sword.
Yeah, that's
So
a big upgrade.
for sure. And I haven't even done Cathedral yet to see who's in the back. So we already know that Luca and Magus can't be behind there. And before I would forget, it looks like I'm turning in my bromide right now because I do forget. You turn it in 680, and the residents here down in towards Poor, the southern continent. I grabbed those tabs and then I went straight back to Cathedral. Menuing here. Trying to only menu really whenever you get to save points. It's still an issue for me that I'm trying to figure out myself. I'm really eyeing up Marley's Ice 2 right there.
That helped sway your decision to put her in the party.
Yeah, I like to look for my screen clears very early. I know that she has Ice 2. Chrono has Lightning 2 also. I believe I got that early for him. Just menuing right now, chilling. I think I gave my bandana to either Marley or Luca, just because they're... Or maybe I didn't. I know later on I do. Just because their speed is way slower than Chrono's. But heading to the back, we're gonna see who we're gonna be taking on today. This was not intended to happen, but it is what it is. Just running away from that. And yeah, just
This place had
hugging.
one time.
Yeah, Cathedral's doing cathedral things. Let's see here. I'm gonna be showing off something a little bit here in a second. Ooh, Tavern Helm is never bad. The gargoyle in here on the bottom actually doesn't exist. And I wanted to make it apparent so that everyone would know. So I was running around him a little bit to
Highlight
demonstrate.
That. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Is it just he has no collision? Because once the battle starts, he does exist. If you do get in a battle in that room.
Yeah, he does whenever you start the battle. I just think he doesn't have a hitbox whenever you're traversing the dungeon.
Interesting. There's not too many mobs like that in the throughout Chrono Trigger.
No, I think that might be the only one that's like that, actually. I don't know for a fact, but that's the one off the top of my head. getting into the groove of things now. I'm having a good time here. If Chad has any questions, feel free to ask. I know in Boss Rando, you definitely want to save outside of the dungeon as well. You never know if you'll find a boss back here that you just can't defeat yet. It could be one of the mutants and you need magic. If you don't have magic, what can you really do? So save outside of the dungeons before you go into them whenever you play with Boss Rando, just to be safe. The Chancellor claims to be turning into Yakra, but I don't know if that's the case.
We have a funky-looking new here. This is actually the Guardian fight from the future. That's a fun way to say that. Normally guarding the Seed Vault, if I'm not mistaken. But his sprite doesn't play nice in other locations. So that's why we have this nice little new guy. This is a good example of Boss Rando. Is this our first boss of the run?
It is.
24 minutes in? Okay.
Yeah, it is. 24 minutes. Wow.
I mean, you got a lot done. You know, you're on your way to your 4th character. You know, Magus is in the burrow. You got your hero's medal item already. Like, it makes sense. You had a lot of things to do on top of the normal grocery shopping that starts every run.
Yeah, and I came to the realization there that a fire does not work on the Guardian. Don't forget about that. Tried Fire Sword there and it didn't exactly work out with me. I got 0 damage in on that. Whoops. But that's why we're here. Mistakes will be made and learning from them.
That's the whole point of camp.
Yeah, exactly. I'm learning things too as I'm playing. Yeah, Yakra. I can't believe that dude. I almost forgot to grab the character and I was like, whoops. But now we're about to find our this is our 5th character right here, I believe.
And it's a Mr. Frog.
It is a frog.
That's Mr. Frog. No.
Yo,
everyone has their own.
Mr. Frog, Sir Glenn.
The goat, if you will. Well, not the goat, but the goat.
Frog is really solid. I like him a lot. If you get Leap Slash and heal early, he's peak.
Yeah, well, even an early water 2 isn't the end of the world. Like, I know his magic isn't strong, but just having any screen clear is valuable. But yeah, the heal is what Frog and Robo have the only AoE heals natively outside of the Lapis item.
Yeah, the AoE heals.
Single tech, I should say. Yeah.
True. Yeah, single tech. Yeah, they're the only 2. Let's see. With this check right here, the bridge, you don't have to use a shelter, due to the fact that it essentially gives you a free one whenever you start the encounter coming up here. All I do is just save the game, check my menuing, and I run in and speak to our fellow here.
Ooh, what was it?
He gave us a pendant. The pendant.
Oh, so you're definitely running through the bridge with the pendant on the line.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. That'll give us the future access to more checks are always better.
Yep, and I want our viewers to pay attention when we get to the end of the bridge here. Take a look at the whatever boss we get. Try to glimpse with the scope whenever it's on the screen how much HP this boss has. We sort of calculate out, like, compared to Zombor, is this a fair fight?
Yeah, and also, for those of you that may not know either, if you do AoE screen clear and take out the skeletons, you don't have to hit Ozzy 3 times. As long as you defeat them, he'll start to run away. This is a rerun.
Sorry.
Right.
Nathan was kind enough to make this VOD for us so we could discuss it, dissect it, and help current campers and future campers learn how to run boss rando flag.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm usually always hanging out on Discord during the week, hanging out. Always free to help anybody out, really, if they have any questions. I know I'm in Camp Toma, but honestly, if anybody wants to talk to me or just anyone else in general, the other mentors, then we're all pretty chill people. Great community.
Okay. What went through your mind when you saw Magus on the bridge?
Magus, okay. Yeah, we did sign up for this too. With Magus. This is North Cape Magus. Whenever you decide if you want to fight him with Frog alone or with the party also. My first thoughts here is I know that during his first phase here, he doesn't really cast any spells during the first half of the fight. So I'm just kind of hitting him pretty heavily right now. He has the hit points right.
Yeah, 2,000 hit points, which is pretty fair for the Zombor spot.
Yeah, it's in that halfway point right there that I was talking about. He has 900 hit points left. He started casting his Fire 2 and I think Ice 2 also.
But it looks like you had enough damage to get through without any problems or have him cast his, big bad spell.
Yeah, having the Slasher 2 on me there was really helpful. Confuses were hitting hard along with Ice Sword 2. That 1100 damage goes a long way. But we've just finished up the brig check here. I rested at the inn here. It's 50 gold. I figure if it's right there, I might as well use it instead of a shelter that costs 1200.
Yeah, you gotta weigh your guild budget versus your time budget. Shelter is faster, but I mean, like you said, it is right there after. That's a great place to stop and heal up if that fight did you dirty, or if you're haven't healed in a while.
Mm-hmm. And I will be taking all of these fights in the desert.
Are you going all the way down to fight the boss?
Yes, I am. Marl's Ice 2 will take out all of the enemies in desert. Yeah, the desert grind.
So this is a quick way. Once you have ice or water too, just go in here, get a bunch of XP and tech points and a crap ton of loot, and then figure out where you're going from there. Especially, you have Robo in the party, so you know you can complete it and get the reward. But how do you prepare for whatever's waiting for you down there? Like the actual boss.
How do I prepare? I know I took out these encounters up here first, and I ran back outside and I saved the game because I do not want to do that again.
Yes, good. That would be my instinct, is like, all right, get the XP, get the loot, save, then go try that, whatever's down there. You probably lose about maybe, I want to say 10, 15 seconds to do that, to go back up and save and then come back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this boss is essentially a mid-game boss too, so you want to be around level 15-ish in that ballpark to even take them on. And you're right too, with Robo in the party, I am able to get this key item check too. And that gave me the incentive to be like, okay, I want to clear this right now. I'm doing the grind, getting the loot. I might as well.
Yeah, and Phone Plays in chat bringing up some good points is that the boss here gives 4K experience, and, you know, that along with all these mobs, you're going to be catching up on techs. You might get that tech you needed from your tech list that you saw, or, you know, feel comfortable going into this fight.
Yeah, and we found a stud in that chest too.
I'm going to guess you put it on Luca right away, or maybe Chrono. Actually, Mario's more of your magic dealer here, for the moment.
Yeah, I think I don't put it on right now just because I'm trying to get into the habit of menuing only whenever I absolutely have to, but she also has 0 magic points. Yeah, so I made the decision to menu up here really quick.
That's smart. And you know, if you save up these menus, you can get, you know, from 0 to hero with your gear if you've, you know, waited till you've unlocked a bunch of chests. Oh, looks like were you trying to trigger this event, or?
Yeah, I was trying to trigger the next encounter here.
Okay. I didn't know if you were just showing something off for the camera.
Oh no, I knew this was coming up, so I threw a quick ether up on Marley. Just let's see here. I think I missed one here, but that's okay.
You did enough. That's a good grind. You're ready.
Yeah, Chrono's already level 15, so is Marley. Luca's 18 already. It's only what? We're about a half an hour in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy how when you find a grind spot, how you can level up. I saw a flare right there, and I'm immediately interested. Frog does have some good techs as well, leap, slash, and heal. Headed back down here to take on the boss. This is the mob that I missed and I forgot.
Oh, come and bite you right after you healed.
Yeah, but that's okay. I think I don't really worry too much about healing. I know Marley, she'll have Aura unlocked pretty soon, and I feel as though people might underestimate Aura a little bit too. It heals a lot, and it's only cost 1 MP. It's an incredible tech to have. Yeah, the early to mid game, it's gonna be really easy now, like Phone saying in chat. Just being able to run through the dungeons basically. Not having to take on encounters, and I'm getting my equipment ready for this boss fight right here.
Ooh, a Flea plus. Oh, well, you want to see Flea plus over Flea, I guess. Or am I thinking of Slash?
It's, I think Slash. Slash plus is the easier one, I think. Flea plus, they can still do the stare, and you're about to see it right now.
Good thing you saved. Are there any of your bosses that would have showed up here that you would have been like instant nope? Like just reset when you saw them?
When I saw them, I don't think in this seed I did.
No, I mean in this spot in particular, if you saw any other boss there, is there any boss in the pool that would have scared you away and like to just reset and come back later? Like on site?
Honestly no.
They're all worth a try?
Yeah, I wiped there, obviously. So what I learned in boating school today is to play a little more defensively. I'm gonna take on Flea again. I see that I have re-raise on Marley. Protect. Luca has protect. I don't really know if it does anything for the stair if you have shield up, but I wanted to play it safe anyway. Yes, slash is the pushover one if you see plus.
Yeah, almost as good as seeing Golem Boss. Which is a DPS race to see if you want extra experience or not. Otherwise completely free.
So I'm casting re-raise on Chrono. Luca, I don't have her attacking anybody. It looks like I'm casting protect. Yeah, I'm just playing defensively right now. I don't want to have another incident of the stair taking out my whole party again.
Yeah, it seems like your preparation's paying off. You're lasting longer than last attempt.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you have a down party member, Phone saying in chat, Flea will not use stair if somebody's down.
Just sack Luca and focus DPS with Chrono and Marley.
Yeah, and I think this poison status effect actually saved me a bit here, because if you have poison or slow, your damage is actually reduced. I'm trying to see how many hit points does Flea have right now?
Yeah, I've been waiting for it to come up on the sight scope. Just to point that out to the viewers, but I just keep seeing all the little shorthand they have for all the spells, which is nice, being able to see like the calculations behind things. Oh, there it is, 3,500 in this spot.
Okay, and right now they're at 1892. 37 hit points left.
It hits you with that. Is it gonna matter? It doesn't matter. You got it.
Yeah, and that's... So, sometimes you just have to think about, okay, how can I go into this boss fight and take it, my strategy that I used before, and change it up a bit. And it paid off. Casting Protect. The auto reses just to be safe with re-raise, which is not in the vanilla game. Re-raise is basically the green dream. Whenever one of your characters is downed in a fight, they'll automatically revive.
Yeah, pretty common RPG trope spell. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy X, so it just made me think of auto life. Minus the Halo, but there's still an Angel, so I guess there is a Halo.
Yeah, that's a very good game too. So, finish Desert Check and talk to our friend Fiona with Robo in the party.
Yeah, don't make sure campers out there always go and check with Fiona. That's a good time to get those chests in her house, because if you don't, then you got to go back anyway and talk to her. It's easy to forget in the middle of a race.
Have Robo in your party. Robo's dragging himself out of here 400 years later.
Did you do that on purpose? Did you go out of your way to make sure Robo was dragging himself?
I think I did, yeah, just because I thought it'd be a little funny. And I didn't need to switch. I didn't need to switch out party members either. Finding the bent sword though.
Yeah, immediate switch back. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So the bent sword, what is that? Based on your item set, I'm seeing a Run to the Future maybe next, or Hecarim Cave.
I'm feeling. I believe I was feeling the future next. let's see what was up. So right now we have 2 pieces of the Go mode with Frog and the Broken Sword. There's potential for Magus Castle. And I should have probably talked about the Go modes more while I'm shopping here. You need
now's a good time to
Frog.
bring into it. So yeah, like you said, you need Frog, the completed Mass Immune, and then you go through Magus Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Which takes you to Antiquity, or 1200 BC, Kingdom of Zeal, Ocean Palace. Is that right?
Yeah.
In this case, it's Ocean Palace to Lavos.
Yeah, the Ocean Palace to the Lavos fight. Pouring a pop out for our boy Toma. I know where the location is, but I pressed no just so the campers can see where it's at exactly. Giant's Claw.
Yep, you gotta go to 1000 AD, pay your respects, press F. Or in this case, dump a soda. I'm saying soda with quotation marks. I think in the original Japanese it was clearly whiskey or some other spirit.
Yeah, and I made a separate save too, just to be safe. But yeah, I think so. It's definitely drinking something else other than pop, I think.
Yeah. Now you just did that because it was on the way, and you're going to 1000 AD anyway. Might as well stop off and unlock that in case you want to go Giant's Claw next.
Yeah, I was already here anyway. I turned that check in, and I figured, well, I mean, I'm here already. Let's go check out the future and see what we got. The future does also have really good loot behind the sealed doors. But we'll get to that whenever that happens. Right now, we vanilla fashion, Chrono has been thrown in jail.
I kind of like it when Magus goes in here, just because it's like, well, you kind of belong there, buddy.
You're gonna pay for what you did.
Yeah, although there's no consequences because we're over-leveled JRPG protagonists.
Yes. Super over-leveled, actually. I mean, 17,
this is
there's...
normally level, probably 8-ish in vanilla?
Oh, yeah. Level... maybe
Unless you
even
really
lower.
went out of your way to grind, yeah.
The reason I chose Chrono, there's a skip right here also that you can do if you center yourself. You'll be able to go right through the shield guys.
That's a great skip for any beginner runner to practice on, because like it's easy, so you'll get that endorphin rush when you get it right away. And if you don't, it's not hard to reset it and try again. But that was one of the first ones I did casually. Was that going past those 2 shields?
Yeah, that was the first one I think I learned too. It's really easy. Just make sure you center yourself really good, and you should be able to run right through, no problem. I chose Chronos specifically too, just because he has lightning too, and he's the fastest in the party. On that bridge fight there, since there's 2 enemies, might as well cast into a screen clear.
Good thinking. And you get the Fritz. Fritz?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a runner in our community who's he's in chat right now. One free Fitz, and this is Fritz that we got a free to get free mid ethers from his shop. And this is important, campers, you need to have Chrono in your party to get those free mid ethers after this. You don't have to have him when you free Fritz, but you need to have him to go collect.
Yep, Chrono has to be in the party whenever you talk to them.
I think that's Chrono's only gated check too. Like, he doesn't unlock anything else by himself. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that's it too. The 10 mid ethers over at Fritz's is what you get with Chrono. centering myself again there. And yeah, Fritz is my criminal now, as Batsy's saying.
That just
So
means you're
another
gonna go up against him on the next ladder.
You never know. You never know. It's why I like to screen clear. Just one tech and that's it. The fight's over.
Yeah, that's the only forced fight of, or unskippable fight of prison that has more than one, enemy to take out, right?
That one and the one whenever you go onto the first bridge.
Right, okay. So yeah, I guess Lightning 2 does save you a little time, but the Lightning 2 animation is also long.
It's a little long. I think the quickest one is Ice 2. But I just chose Chrono because he's the quickest party member that I have. And that guard does drop 5 mid-tonics in case you're in a crunch.
Yeah, casually you might have this fight in the bag. You'd think, I don't need those, but in a speed run, you never know when those are going to come handy. They're right there. Grab them while you can and move on to his... wrong bridge, buddy. Oh, is that Retinite?
That's Retinite.
I get
yeah,
mixed up.
The dragon tank is not here.
And that was a big problem for coders for the longest time, was what to do with the dragon tank fight, because it was difficult to move, but I guess we have that solved. Now you get to see who knows who on this bridge.
I've seen Magus on this bridge, Dalton Plus, seen Retinite. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if all the bosses can be on the bridge. Maybe not Mud Imp. But other than that, with Retinite, casting the Ice 2 there lowers his defense. Since he's technically in the desert boss fight, but the Confuse there, it's just no issues really. I've been really lucky with finding some good gear early game.
And that could finding gear early can sort of influence who you
Especially
pick.
the Honda.
Right?
It does.
Like if you hate Frog but you get a Grand Leon, you're, as a runner, you're almost ethically bound to use him because that's a top tier endgame weapon.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the hero medal too that we have. Frog also does in this seed have Leap Slash and Heal as part of his first 3 attacks. So it is something to consider. Changing out parties sometimes can be beneficial if you know what techs that they do have.
Yeah, especially with someone mentioned in chat earlier, end of time being accessible so early. You're not worried about that, what the 3 techs are. I mean, you're worried about what it is so you know what you get to run with right away, but it's nice knowing you can unlock the full tree and fully flesh out any character you decide to drop in.
Mm-hmm. You could talk to the door there and get into the Electron before it opens up. Saves a little bit of time. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, but you're still hungry.
Forever.
I always thought, like, how do those work? If it fully heals you, that's a symbol of, like, you know, your health is full. But, like, wouldn't it at some point fix the hunger just from the fact that you don't need food?
Maybe, I don't know. You think they were getting to it whenever, before Lavas hit, or...
Yeah, all I know is we need more bubble cities like that in the future.
Yeah, this...
In real world.
Yeah, I mean, where was this in 1999?
Yeah, this takes place in, 1999 is when the apocalypse happens. And this is 300 years later.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good point too, yeah, with Batsy saying that, the Electron keeps you alive, but you technically don't really eat food.
Okay, yeah. Just getting like all your needs met, but your body's like, no.
Yeah, it's like I still want my jerky if I could find it. Not really, I don't want to find the jerky as a key item, but...
It's too bad you can't trade the jerky or any food item to someone in the future just to see them go bananas.
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it that way. Yeah, it is... That's a pretty interesting take, honestly. But...
Alright, so
headed in...
we're in the future. We got a boss fight coming up. We got this stupid rat. What's your mindset when you're approaching this? Are you doing this check because it's here and easy?
Oh yeah. Yep,
Okay.
it's here, it's easy. There's a sealed room also, downstairs. And I remember being very happy whenever I got down there. But
So that's a rainbow spoiler confirmed.
I don't know about that. There's something to be confirmed down there. We got Yocker the 13th fight here though.
Somewhat easy boss. This is a low HP spot for your level. So I'm sure you make somewhat short work of him. Although it is this is a triple spot. So he being a 1 unit, if we can get his HP at 3,000. Oh, I mean that's a lot for this area to have 3,000 hit points. But it's not a lot when you have Luca with Flare.
Yeah, she's gonna take Yocker out right here. Just be sure to stay topped off on your health too. He does a counter at the end of the fight. And it hurts. Marley got hit with 106 damage. Yeah, it does a little counter before he's defeated on all the party members.
Yeah, it sucks to beat a fight and then wipe to their like aftermath damage before the fight actually ends.
Yeah, especially with the golems burping in Ocean Palace.
With double, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trying to catch the rat now. It's all fun and games for him.
Oh, good, you got him. When I first replayed this game on Android, like just on my smartphone, that was the hardest part of the whole run, was catching that rat with touchpad controls. For some reason.
Oh, I don't even want to imagine that.
Speaking of controls, what do you use for your setup? Are you mouse and keyboard? Do you have like an NES controller, USB?
So I play with a kind of weird controller. It's a Xbox One controller.
Nice.
And I use the directional pads. I don't use the joystick. I'm just heading back to the sealed door here really quick. You have to press L, R, and A on that switch too. To gain access to it.
Oh my gosh, was that prison specs and moon armor?
Yeah, and the vigil hat.
Gee, you just went from set up to set up.
Yeah, like this seed was being extremely kind to me, even with like the easy item settings turned off.
So the seed knew it wasn't a race. It's like, oh, it's not a race? Yeah, I'll just give him everything. I don't care. You don't get this kind of good loot on it, when you're in the middle of the ladder.
No, that's the funny part, because anytime I do a race, I will find the rainbow. Any other time, no. None. It's only whenever I'm like doing the asyncs.
Do you find the rainbow but you don't get Chrono for a long time? Is that your luck?
I think sometimes, yeah. Like it's always sad to see. It gives me I shed a little tear.
So the guys gather around. This is the cutscene. It's somewhat skipped. We get to see what the key item is in a second. The clone. Okay, so this is a good time to break into the other two Gomas. We talked about the Magus Castle takes you. You need Frog and 2 sword pieces. The clone, the Chrono Trigger, and the pendant are required to take Death's Peak to open up the Black Omen and then fight Queen Zeal that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. And
we have, what, 2 pieces of that go mode. We have 2 pieces of Magus Castle go mode, and we only have 1 piece of the final go mode, if you want to explain that one.
the final go mode is Tyranno go mode. Oh, also too, just before I get into that, I'm doing a character check here too. I know it's Ayla just due to the fact that Magus was in Burrow earlier, and he's really the only other character we need. But I always save outside of here too, because I watched a race where somebody didn't save and their game crashed, or soft locked, and it was not fun for them.
Yeah, that was one of the main bugs plaguing Jets of Time for a while, was this check specifically can soft lock you.
And I'm just walking right past them, the little robots there. Because as soon as you start running and you're kind of following the floor, to like go to the stairs, it'll trigger the fight. And
As
also,
long as you walk, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I tried it while running too, and it seemed like most of the time it would not work out for me. I'm just menuing before the area where you would fight Son of Sun, and I'm committing my team now. I'm just dumping. I'm just feeling good with this party.
This is a standard party. It works great in 99% of situations. You can't really go wrong with Chrono Harem.
No, Team 1000 AD is really solid. Masamune.
So you can see the Son of Sun fight is normally a gimmick fight, but this Masamune has 6,500 HP. So let's see what this first Ice Sword does. Oh, yeah, you're sitting pretty. If you had committed those attacks beforehand, you might have, this might be like a 3-turn match instead of what might be. Okay, this is gonna be 2 turns to blow through all that health.
Yeah, I think.
Marley doesn't die. Oh.
Which that's fine. Because it looks like.
Because what?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, she's back in good health.
Yeah, this might be enough to cinch here after that other player. Yep. So
Yeah, it's just
still a pretty free check. Like, you literally walk in, you fight a boss, you get a key item. It's good in all situations, even when it's not boss rando. Because when it's not, you just bring some flame gear, flame resist gear, I should say, and then beat Son of Sun.
Yeah, and it's the items I've been finding have been making this incredibly easy too. Which I'll take what I can get. We found the Prism Shard though at Son of Sun, and since I have Marley in the party, I figured, well, I want to showcase this one too, this check. So to activate it, you have to go to 600 AD and talk to the king, and they'll be like, hey, yo, can you hold this rainbow shell for me? And they say yes. And the cool thing about this check now is you can go to the basement immediately and not have to like watch the whole trial sequence like we used to.
That's a game changer for this check, because I know this is that whole process would scare runners away because it's a big time sink, and if there's nothing at the end of it, then if your opponent didn't go for it, you just lost a huge chunk of time that you might not be able to recover.
There's also the good loot down there too in the basement. Saving before I go into the boss fight, because you never know.
this music track here.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Get you pumped. Yeah. You're ready.
It's the Ocean Palace one, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Also, another thing too, if you see me standing still and an enemy will like run right through me, I guess they just flat out ignore you and you don't engage in that encounter. And I Tombstone. I take it just because I wanted to demonstrate more of the boss rando.
Makes sense, but yeah, at this point, if this was a race, would you have reset there and just like made a note in your head to come back and you get a ruby knife?
I was thinking that myself whenever, yeah, I forgot, but I would take it just because like I have at least two pieces of every go mode now, and I'm thinking to myself, well, the
One of
next
them's
place
gotta
that
hit. Yeah.
of them has to.
Good gambler mentality is like, yeah, one of them's gonna work.
Yeah, and then
bets.
just to find maybe like the Moonstone or something later. And I just like this scene in general.
You gotta love Marley jumping out of I guess, is it nighttime outside? It's not when you walk out of the castle. I never understood why that was dark behind that stained glass other than for dramatic effect.
Yes, I don't know either. Maybe it's it's Dalton Plus.
That's pretty rough here. This is a decent HP. Yeah, he's got 4500. You're going to single boss spot to another single boss. Let's see how much damage you're doing. Oh, you're gonna make short work of it.
Yeah, like the Prism specs. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than the seed's been really nice to me.
Take note, kids. You get prism specs. Put them on. This is what happens.
Yeah. Sunshades too. That Confuse is doing about 500 each.
So Chrono's doing 2k solo. One tech.
Yeah, it's Confuse is a pretty quick tech to pull off, and I mean, it's why wait for Marley whenever you know how much health the boss has left.
Yep, and I think I saw a nice weapon for Luca. I don't know what you have her with now, but the Shockwave isn't a bad upgrade when you get a chance.
I think it's, I have a Gradius, I think it's called, equipped on her. It's not in the vanilla game. I still don't really know exactly what it does. 50% health. It does something, I believe.
Yeah, I can't. I've seen it before. I don't know what the special effect is. I always,
Yeah.
if it's a wonder shot, great. Otherwise, just put on whatever damages the most and ignore it, because I don't think any of her guns actually boost magic, which is her more important stat.
Yeah, her auto attacks are not really my main concern, like you said, the magic is. So I could probably get to the end of the game with the air gun that she has at the beginning.
You could, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just checking out more shops here. To show the campers the variety that we have.
Yep. Now you're gonna get your free. We like to joke with the community that these mid-ethers must be something special, something on the illicit side. He's gotta keep it on the down low before his dad comes out.
Yeah, but he doesn't pump up this time. The devs, fortunately, made this cutscene a little bit shorter. And Fritz does sell lapises all the time.
That's gotta be a new thing since last time I saw a race.
Yep.
So I know before the only guaranteed lapis was the Moon Shop and Omen and Cathedral Lady. If you do the whole desert side quest.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting about the vendor for the desert giving out lapises too. I chose to do Hecarim Cave next due to the I'm in 1080 already. It gives out good tech points.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is an easy decision for any road to make. With this level of tech and just experience, you can blow through here, get a key item at the end. You got Luca in your party, so I think that means Tabin will give you a free item too.
Yeah, after completing
this quest.
Hecarim's Cave. Yep.
And he'll give another one after the Moonstone is turned in if you get that far.
Yep. I know Tabin will give you an item if you have the Masamune forged. And
okay.
yeah. And I think it's the Sunstone you need also to get the other check.
The fully charged Sunstone.
Mm-hmm.
Which needs
Yeah, not the Moonstone.
65,002,300 years to fully charge up. We're just so lucky that we have that much time.
It doesn't get stolen either, which is fantastic.
Yeah, could you imagine having to acquire Jerky to get the fully charged Sunstone? To get something for Go mode, like you'd be like, I'm just gonna go hunt another Go mode at that point, unless it was blocking, I don't know, pendant, or yeah.
Sunstone.
Aku in the chat, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah. Good. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And since I have the pendant too, it also gives me a little more incentive to come into here.
Yeah, and that's a double item for some reason.
Yep.
You can't charge that one up like you can the Northern Runes chests in vanilla.
No,
was that just to give the player more stuff?
I think so, yeah. It came off as more of like a surprise to them, it looked like. Nisbel 2, I mean, just... You can blow him up. You can use lightning to do physical attacks on him also, but, magic, if you have really good magic attacks, I would just use those. Like, just avoid the lightning entirely, in my opinion. That Antipode 3 it was only one attack and that was it.
That's all you needed. Well, Antipode 3 is one of the strongest spells in the game, so...
And my favorite too.
Chrono Trigger, you are now in Go mode. You have the pendant, the clone, the trigger. You are ready. What are you doing here? You going to the fair? No. Free heal, pet the cat. Oh, very important, campers. He pet the cat. That is a mark of a good run.
I love it. Yeah, I'm excited. I know that I really wanted the Black Omen Go mode too because I feel like it's not often displayed enough. So I'm really happy to have this. Just going to the fair really quick to buy some items. So whenever you have this Go mode, you have to... Well, like, you have the pendant, the Chrono Trigger, and the Time Egg, or the, clone. And you have to go talk to, Balthazar in the future. He's a new, though. And he'll send the little, the Pio theme, like, they remind me of, like, little plushy toys, to be honest with you.
The name is Poyozo? The Poyozo
Yeah.
doll? A little fuzzy
yeah.
news. That's what it looks like, news with hair. like little and chibi version.
Yeah. They're pretty cute, to be honest with you.
Nah, I want one.
Yeah, the Piezo dolls.
same thing that stands in for master computer or what? No, mother brain. Who's the boss in the Genodome?
Mother Brain, yeah.
Yeah, she has those same Poyozo doll style items to open up her gate.
Talking to the new back here. There's our blue Piezo doll.
Yep, look at him go. So Batsy in chat is saying something about a swag tab. Is that the one on
Swag
Death
tab.
Peak that you can grab real fast and get back to the tree if you're fast enough?
Yeah, I don't think I did the swag tab though. Not at the beginning, at least.
You don't have a lot of time to mess around with that. You gotta have your movement down to practice like muscle memory science to get it in time.
Yeah, and with enough practice, yeah, it's muscle memory. It's just incredible. I'm not talking to this Piezo doll either because you can actually hide behind it and run straight up to the next tree.
Yeah, the object is there. Once it's there, it protects you from the wind. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from here or on Death Peak, are there any grind fights you go for? Like I know there's the I think sectuple cracker fight you can get into.
Yeah, there is that fight. I don't grind on Death Peak really because I'm just so focused on heading into Black Omen. You get a lot of experience and tech points in there anyway.
Okay, so you're at this point you're happy with your team. You know you got some grinding to do in Death Omen, but it's all pretty much stuff you do on the way. You're not going out of your way. You're on a rail for the rest of this run basically now.
Yeah, I'm heading. Essentially, yeah, I'm hugging the walls on to avoid the enemy encounters here. Let's see. I want to see if I can maybe. Right? Yeah, in this room, I stick to the right and I hug the top up here, and then go down, and just like that to avoid the encounters. This room you don't gotta worry about, and you want to be on the left side here.
Quick save, because now we're going up against a lava shell. Next.
I mean, there is potential. I mean, even with the boss randomizer on, there can be spots where it'll be the vanilla boss instead. And just take this part easy or else you fall down.
Oh, and a prism helm. This seed has been very good to you.
Yeah, it's very kind. Always taking those prism helms, and especially with the protect all stat on it too.
Yeah, that's another thing. Did you run this with a gear rando flag?
No. This is the vanilla items.
Okay, good. One less thing to talk about.
Yeah.
That mud imp fight, the one that can't go on the dragon tank bridge we mentioned
earlier. With mud imp, he's really weak to magic, so I was just like, well, I'm just gonna cast Antipode 3. He has 465 hit points. Let's see if it'll do it.
You get a screen wipe in one, and you get to climb on a little goblin corpse to get up the ladder.
Yeah, and this can be actually a little tricky. So the sprite's different, so you want to push all the way to the right, like as far as you can.
No matter and what that's how. Just go all the way to the right till it stops.
Yeah, like there's it doesn't matter if it's Hecarim, Zombor, whoever. I always push up and then all the way right. a nice little cutscene here too.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm taking this one out because it's like you need it for the gravitas of this moment.
Yeah, to revive Chrono, who is currently in my party.
Yeah, well, it's a flavor change. So now it's to resurrect the Ocean Palace from the depths of the
From the ocean.
That's all Black Omen is, just a reskinned goth version of the Ocean Palace that floats.
It is very cool. I love the Black Omen personally.
If I'm being honest, it scared me a little bit as a kid. Which I guess is just good game design. Like it meant they were going for something ominous, and they succeeded as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, they made it intimidating. It is very spooky.
Okay, so now you're going back for the. I guess it's not a swag tab anymore.
But I got the tab.
You did. Because that's the thing Chrono needed, man. He needed more damage.
Hey, I mean, the more the merrier.
So you're going to 600 AD. Elaborate on that.
Let's see, why am I going to 600 AD?
Did you think you have jerky?
Oh, I know what I was planning. So, for the campers too, I wanted to show them the different checks they can do with the pendant.
Okay.
Yeah, like where some of the sealed box locations are, in case you might be in a pinch when it comes to gear. I've had seeds where I still had the high tunic on Luca and Marley, and this literally saved me sometimes.
Yeah, especially like this is the last chance to go get something. You have everything unlocked. And these are really fast checks, especially you're showing off here. Apologies for
Yeah, just
stream delay. I think it's lag on my end. But we're not missing anything. It is buffering. Okay, yeah.
oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, just checking. Since this is casual, I wanted to, just show off what the pendant can really do. You don't have to go up to Zeal Palace either to charge it, and automatically does that whenever you get to the future.
Yeah, we did gloss over that point when we first made the future. Yeah, pendant is pre-charged as soon as you get to the future. Now, when you pick it up, you have to you do have to finish the prison fight to get the powered pendant.
Let's see. So I know there's another sealed chest back here. Love doing some exploring. A dark saber that Chrono definitely I don't think he'd benefit from.
But at least you have it. Any gear you don't want can always be sold at the in the Black Omen. You have the new shops, which you might want to pick up an amulet there, which is not cheap. So having some gear to sell won't hurt your run. It's better to clean out your inventory with the new, grab a couple amulets, and because you never know what Lavos might throw at you with his obstacle, because the status is randomized for every seed.
Found the Tabin suit right there also, which is some more speed for Luca if I decide to use it. Let's see, did I wanted to pet the cat one more time, I think.
It can't hurt.
Nah,
Especially
it's
if
like...
you're coming here for the free heal. Pet the cat. Guys, don't risk it. Don't risk the karma. Okay, campers?
I think I really wanted to emphasize in this seed, that Chrono's house is it's a pretty important. It's a quick shelter.
Yeah, I think that was what your probably third visit at least.
Yeah, I visit there a lot.
At the same time, though, are you suffering from Megalixer syndrome, where you have a bunch of shelters unused in your inventory at the end of the run?
Yes, I do. I think I usually end up with maybe 5 shelters left over.
So I wonder if the strategy for that is either buy less shelters or start using them more. I think competitively, it'd be better to just use your shelters in the wild as it comes up.
Yeah, I think so too. It's definitely a time save to do it that way. And laser guards out here in the Omen, they're really weak. Lightning 2 will take them out, especially with the prism specs.
You do have to hurry though. If they start their attacks, it can end your run right there. Not your run, but you'll have to reset sometimes.
Yeah, it's really slow. They don't like to shoot pretty quick. But a lot of the fights in the Black Omen are skippable. I don't really take most of them. And you'll see me making mistakes here when it comes to the goons. I always somehow manage to forget what they're resistant to every single time. I know they're resistant to shadow damage. What else? I think, don't take my word for it, I think fire.
So what's your safest way if you have to fight through creatures here?
If I have to, fire ice kills them on Batsy, yeah.
Okay, well then Luca Flare is pretty much your golden ticket through here.
Yeah, so if you have Magus in your party and you're going up against some goons, maybe a little switcherino wouldn't hurt for those fights. I didn't do enough damage there with Ice 2. I thought I would, but I was unlucky.
When you saw that not passing DPS check, does that make you think maybe I should drop a few magic tabs on Marley?
No, it makes me want to use Flare on Luca. Yeah, I learned from Aku to sometimes overkill is just the best way to do it. It is possible to skip these fights, but I didn't really want to put emphasis on that part for now because I don't want to overwhelm any of the newer campers or players coming in.
Yeah, I know you. Not these ones, but the ones where you can walk past them, staring down at you. You just gotta go when the eyes are closed. This one,
Yeah,
you can't
now,
skip. You can run from it, right?
yeah, all 3 of these fights you can run from. I took them. I don't know why I'm attacking the way I am either. To be fair, this was my first seed in about 2 weeks that I actually played.
Alright,
But
so you're shaking the rust off.
yeah, which I guess, I mean, in a way, it might actually help. I decided, I guess I wasn't having that, at least that encounter. I took this one here. And these enemies also respawn.
So you could farm these fights for unlimited tech points?
Yeah, yep. But to be honest with you, the bosses in the Black Omen, they usually give around roughly 250 tech points per boss. So I wouldn't really go grind heavy on these enemies here. I just did it because both Marley and Luca have a good hit stat, and their weapons are pretty decent too.
So you think you clear it, get your tech points up? Yeah, but normally a lot of runners will just rely on the boss rush through here, and a little bit of tech doubling.
Yeah, the 254 attack points you'll get, you'll learn a lot of skills really fast.
Yeah, although if you get a really fast seed and you get go mode early, there's nothing wrong with grinding somehow. It's better to do it, before you wipe, and then not wipe at all because you did it.
Yeah, if I was in a situation maybe where I didn't have the desert spot available, I know that there's one in the Reptite lair in Prehistory. It gives really good XP and tech points. You can get to level 15 quick that way also. Or just really whatever level you want to be or you feel comfortable.
So we got a party of about 25, or level 25, so that's pretty good going into Black Omen. Should be able to tank your way through everything, especially with the gear you have.
The elevator fights in the Black Omen, it is possible to get no encounters at all. I know before, whenever people would go through the Black Omen, it was random for each player, and I'm really happy that the devs fixed that issue. They're really awesome people.
Yeah, so now it's a static number. If both runners just had to do Black Omen, they will face the same number of elevator fights.
It'll be either both of you are going to go against 2, 3. It's going to be the same. I'm skipping the fights here. There's 2 that I just did right there. You just gotta run right and then up the hall. If you try to go up the middle here, you'll start an encounter.
But hugging that wall saves you time by not getting in that fight.
Yeah, like I'm just rushing through here.
I saw you
I
set
know.
up on the floor there. Is like a pixel you look for to know when to turn.
Yeah, with that last one there, I usually try to go at least close to halfway, and then I'll press the left on my directional pad, and I'll skip the encounter there.
Okay, now this is what I was talking about earlier. You're gonna sell all the gear you don't need, then go look at the shop and see what you can buy. Because these shops, it's this last chance to spend any money. They always have an amulet. They always have fully.
They don't.
Okay, so everything's random there except for the amulet, which will always be there to help you block obstacle and levels. And it looks like you didn't pick up any amulets. You okay there, bud?
I did not, because with this go mode, you don't have to fight Lavos. What happens is that...
Go ahead.
Yeah, the flag, we have a flag set to where as soon as you finish the fight with Zeal 2, the seed will end right there. You don't have to go through the Black Omen and then fight Lavos and end the run there. It'll just take out Zeal 2 and you're golden. Which is, it's a really good balance, because the other player found a different go mode. I mean, you're going to be going through a dungeon that, I mean, it takes me a half an hour to get through the Black Omen. It's not a quick dungeon.
Right, but the same could be said for the Magus Castle go mode or Tyrannosaur. Like, they're all about with everyone can start to finish them around the same time. It's probably about 30 minutes for each of them, honestly, if we're, with experienced runners and good gear.
And just kind of speeding my way through here. Seeing if I can find some goods, which elixirs are great. You can skip this fight, but I'm just was too impatient. Didn't feel like waiting for the eyes to like close, and it's just I wanted to get through.
Yeah, those eyes can keep you waiting longer than if you had just started the fight and ran as quickly as you could.
Yeah, honest, in my opinion, it's not worth the wait. And this is where I realized I was like, oh yeah, Shadow absorbs for the goons. So I figured, okay, well, physical attacks don't absorb, so.
No, you thought like, oh, I'll knock out the scout with a double tech and then beat up the goons.
Yeah, like I honestly forgot that they absorbed shadow attacks, because Antipode 3, it is fire and water, but it's a shadow. And
Yeah,
you can tell.
Double techs have weird rules like that.
You'll be able to tell too if you look on top of the screen, and it'll have the I know you mentioned this earlier too, like the abbreviations for the attacks and what element it is, and like example, with the Antipode 3, it'll say SH for shadow, and then it'll have flare and ice 2 just to show what text you need to use that ability.
Quick bit of math with random variables. If you paused and looked at, you'd be able to understand.
Yeah, I mean, Tubsters, they also absorb you can tell how often I head into Black Omen.
What is your preferred go?
I am one of the black sheep. I feel I prefer black. Well, I prefer Magus Castle go mode, then Black Omen and Tyranno Lair. It's a personal preference, honestly. And as you get more experience too with learning the skips and running away, you'll be surprised how quick you can get through these dungeons.
It all comes down to building that muscle memory and knowing these enemies like the back of your hand. You're rusty, you haven't done a Black Omen in a while, you're making these small mistakes, and we're at camp, not a big deal, but in a run, that extra time in that fight could have been the difference.
Yeah, it's all fun and games too. See, so there's a skip here. This one here. If you go right above where those little square blocks are, and you're like hugging them, you'll skip the encounter there with those enemies. I think they use a move that can basically one-shot you, and it's not fun.
Yeah, you never want to wipe to a random encounter.
Yeah, it's some sort of, I think, it reminds me of like a dark hole attack. It just one-hit KOs you.
Well, we got a Lavos spawn, so we're not Lavos free this round.
Yeah, we get to see his or Lavos' little children.
And with 11,000 HP, this is a bit tricky.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And for those who don't know, never attack the shell, never use AoE magic on Lavos shell or Lavos spawn, because you will have a bad time. He counterattacks any attacks to a shell with a massive AoE party killer. It might not one-shot you, but it can, depending on your level of fear.
Yeah, it'll definitely leave a mark for sure. The cool thing is with the protection equipment that I did find too, I won't be put to sleep or anything like that either.
Another reason you felt fine to skip those amulets is like you're not worried about statuses between here and the end.
Due to the fact that I've been finding so many prism helmets and yeah, just equipment that I can use my accessory slots for something else, like the prism specs or maybe a speed belt, something like that. Yeah, the Chrono's really saving me here right now. Yeah, 269 damage on Marley right there. It's
laughable.
ugh. You know, Aura Whirl.
That's a good party comps should always have, especially in boss round, you should always have someone who can do single target damage. Like good, like high quality single target damage.
I always like to have, well, I mean, a good healer on my team too. And I figured with this setup, Marley and Chrono would be just fine using Aura and Aura Whirl. And I was actually pretty happy to see Haste at the very end there with only 60-some tech points left.
Yeah, so you'll be able to get that before the Zeal fight for sure. Got, I think 3 more bosses before Zeal at this point.
We got, what do you think?
The boss rush is, it's 4 bosses here, I want to say.
Yeah, there's definitely, I know there's definitely 2 more coming up. But it looks like we got, unfortunately, an encounter on the elevator. Sometimes.
Before, your opponent would have this exact same encounter luck. As long as they decided to go with this go mode. I'm sure we had 2 out of 3 for the other 2 modes, so if this was a race, you could imagine your opponent would have gone somewhere different and picked up another quite easily and still be in a competitive time with you, or even faster, if they had, routed a bit differently.
And I'm glad that I had that status effect gear on, because Cybots, they can definitely mess with you with, what do they use? I think Chaos, I'm not too sure.
Would it be fun? Play that.
No, it's not. The one that's not fun is Stop. It'll stop your ATB bar entirely, and it's, if you find that at Lavos, it's, I just hope you're wearing an amulet or something.
Yeah, I've seen a couple runs in tournaments that ended because someone didn't bring status protect Lavos.
And the reason for this room here, I'm not running away, is because these fights here are, you just can't run away from them.
So just power through, get them done, get the experience, and keep moving.
Yep, just keep trucking along. Got the gear to do.
You're still not level 30 yet on your characters. You're probably close to it. And that's sort of my barometer for like being actually ready for the end. It's level 30. You can go sooner. You can definitely beat the boss without being level 30, but that's just like my safe zone.
And there's the ice, showing off that ice sword too there, that ice does in fact get the goons. I think I just, yeah, honestly, not some good moves on my part, but hey, I mean, casual.
You know, whatever gets you through the fight, the key is not to get flustered.
You know, like, I used Ice Sword too there, but just like you said, keep your cool. It's crazy how if you have a level head that you can make it through anything, like with how I wiped to flee, and I just changed up my strategy, and that was that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now you're set for the end game. You got a cool level head. You're coming up on, I believe in vanilla, this is what, a lava spawn coming up? Or no, the twin golem fight.
It's one of the first one is one of the mutants. I can't remember. It's
Okay.
Terra or the Giga mutant, and then
I think
after
Giga comes
that,
first. In vanilla.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But I never remember what the difference is other than one of them definitely needs magic to beat. But
Yeah,
here's what
I
we'll
just.
see here now that we're on boss right
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see who we're gonna get.
I'd be surprised to you too. Oh,
Yeah, we'll be.
this is a vanilla mutant. No, so this
Not,
is out of place, but we call this French vanilla.
He's hanging out in Black Omen, but just in a different spot.
And he's like, hey, let me take the door this time.
Yeah, that's my strat with most of the mutants too, since I have a hard time remembering also which ones can take magic attacks and all that good stuff. So I just blast them away with magic.
It works if you work it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be safer than sorry. Man, it's such a cool looking spell. I love Anapode 3.
Yeah, I think coolest trip or like multi-tech, I think is still the rock move Dark Eternal. But Hannibal 3's gotta be a close second.
Yeah, it's... yeah, Dark Eternal's cool. So I'm just spamming my flares, Luminaire, Anapode 3s when I can. Luca's slowed right now, which means her damage will be a little bit lower, but I don't really think it'll matter.
It's not really affecting your DPS that much, and you're through the fight. You got one or two more bosses left in the rush before the end. At this point, what do you do to prepare? Oh, you got the clutch mega elixir for the Zeal fight.
I actually found 2 of them, I think, there. If I can... So, to prepare, I know that Zeal 2, that's the phase that I'm particularly worried about the most, because of Hexagon Mist.
You have no block attack so far.
Well, I wonder what boss this is actually. Oh, it's Mother Brain. Okay.
She always looks so funny outside because like the screens kind of follow her. They're holographic instead of physical.
And I swear sometimes this boss is the bane of my existence. Just because the screens will heal Mother Brain, and if you can't out DPS Mother Brain and the heals, you're just gonna be stuck forever.
Oh yeah, how would you counter that?
It's tough because she also casts Chaos also, so if you don't have anything like an item like heal or status protect gear, they can shoot the screen on accident, and that'll cause an AoE attack it'll wipe your party.
Yeah, there ain't no surviving that.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're really high leveled and have like the best gear, it's gonna take a chunk away from you.
Maybe we should have a beginner flag set where you start off with all characters level 99. So it's more about it being an item hunt.
Hey, I mean, I'm always down for new modes to play. The cool thing about Ice Sword 2 is that it can actually attack multiple targets.
Yeah, I noticed that in the Monster fight earlier, or it was one of the
Yeah, I think you could do it with Fire Sword 2 also. I
It has
think.
a small AoE that you can't really control. It's up to the enemies to group themselves up for you.
The enemy placement is important too. And I know you had that question earlier about how could I maybe get through Mother Brain if I don't have too high of a DPS. I would maybe change my strat to where if I don't have Marley in my party to haste, I might just throw some, if I happen to have accessories that'll increase my speed, or weapons like Chrono has the Swallow, which increases speed as well. Anything like that so that I can put in more turns, essentially.
Okay, yeah, that's a valid way to increase DPS. It's just more damage per second.
Yeah, quicker. I was curious to see how much health that center panel had because it's different, and I never bothered to check, but it's the same.
All goes down to a flare.
Yep.
In vanilla, you want to charm these guys for speed tabs.
All the time. All the time.
Yeah, that's the point of the game where I'm like, alright, time to get a star speed on everybody. Or as best I can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like, what, you got 15 speed on Chrono, 13 and 12 Luca Marley. Like, your stats are nice going into this.
I made sure to... I equipped Blue Mail on Marley and Chrono, just in case Seal 2 might cast Hexagon Mist. It'll absorb all the damage, and we'll be safe and pretty good. But with Zeal 1, this fight right here is pretty straightforward. She will cast Halation, which will bring your party down to 1 hit point. I mean, it can have its advantages if you have Frog or Ayla in your party. You can use Dino Tail, Frog Squash. Man, even with Luca and Frog in the party, Frog Flare even, it'll do massive damage. But she's only casting Halation right now, and I think that's the only thing she really does too.
So this is more of a time waster. It's like, it's a DPS check. Like, the faster you get through this, the faster you get to the real fight. But if your opponent's faster, this is where another place where you can lose or gain time.
And I just did the free menu glitch there. Essentially what happens before the fight ends, like when the fight ends and you're about to transition into the Mammoth machine, the screen will turn dark, and as soon as it turns dark, you want to press the X button or mash it, and you'll be able to menu. And I was able to use a Mega Elixir in between Zeal 1 and the Mammoth machine fight.
And I think all the other Go modes have a similar menu glitch. Where you can basically pause and use items, heal up, and change gear even if necessary.
Yeah, when you're trying.
Get good at that, because we do have a flag to make it easy, but in the higher level races, that flag is gone. You have to. It's a couple frames, but it's still pretty punishing in vanilla. Or is it 1 frame?
Oof. I know it's definitely a lot more difficult with it turned off. What I do know is that the one that you're talking about is whenever they transitioned from Lavos 2 to Lavos Core. But Mammoth Machine, I was using Fire Sword 2. Unfortunately, they managed to pull off an AoE attack that was a big ouchie that almost wiped me completely. But I played it safe and used my Aura Whirl and healed up a bit. But this is the final fight for the seed, Zeal 2. Really, you just, with this party in particular, I'm gonna be using Marley as my support, so hasting, healing, and I'll have Chrono and Luca attack the face portion because you don't want to attack the hands. She will do.
Likes to mess with you because you're taught in early boss fights like always attack the ancillary parts. But then you get to the end game, it's like do not touch the hands.
And she'll drop your HP down to 1 if you attack the hand. Z. But I'm just hasting everybody up here, taking my time to make sure that everything is good on my end. Halfway through the fight, what'll happen is... Oh no.
No, why? Oh, great. I don't know why that closed right there.
That's okay. We'll go to... Let me see.
How can I seek this? I don't know why it just shut off like that. I had to restart the stream link. Anyone know how to skip forward in a video?
Let me think. So... I'm trying to think. It doesn't have a forward button or anything like that, right?
No, because I'm streaming from VLC into my OBS.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. I don't really know the technical sides of things of free streaming.
Unfortunately, this is my first time too. Maybe... Wrong one. I do it. 1 second, everybody. I'll get that fight back up.
Alright.
The link. So yeah, why don't you go over your strategy for Zeal while I get the VOD back up?
Yeah, sure. So the strats for Zeal, we were about to hit the halfway mark there. What will happen is Zeal casts Halation again, like in her first phase. You'll go to your whole party's 1 hit point away from wiping, and you want to wait a couple seconds. Ooh, yay. You want to wait a couple seconds after she casts Halation to use anything like a Mega Elixir or something of that sort, due to the fact that she will use MP Buster, and I find that MP Buster like 90% of the time will hit the person that's first in your party. So with Chrono having 28 magic points, I was just like, well, I mean, I'm just gonna take the gamble here and be like, hey, I'll just use my confuses and keep going. And let's see.
I think that we're right about where we were.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, I'd say that's good.
Yeah, sorry, I had
Yeah, it's
your
awesome.
whole tracker set up. Oh, something's doubling here. Okay. That looks right. Sorry, go ahead.
That's it. Let's see. Hey. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the full, I think I think that's perfect, honestly, for, the Zeal fight, since we're almost done anyway.
Yeah, this is your setup, by the way. Everyone in chat, this is what you're seeing now is actually the full recording Nathan did for this stream with his tracker, and you can see we lost about 7 minutes to lag and technical difficulties by the difference of timers.
Nah, it's like, oh, okay, it's cool because we didn't even hit the middle phase yet, so yeah, we're good.
Nice. Yeah, you
Yeah.
put out some really good DPS here. Looks like you're doing about 4,000 with Chrono, and then you have Marley to clean up any damage, or in this case, that halation marks the midway point, I believe.
It does, yeah. Another 4,000, and I'm just... Let's see here. So the halation right here. Just kind of... I think I'm waiting for Chrono. What? Oh, I was waiting for the MP Buster to hit Chrono.
Yeah, you can get
And
punished there for being greedy. If you wait after the halation for the MP Buster, I think the hands could decide to attack someone first, which would obviously kill them at 1 HP.
oh, yeah, it's happened to me multiple times before. It's usually the I think it's the shadow attack, the laser one. It reminds me of laser at least. And yeah, it's like you said, you only have 1 life left, so I mean, you're gonna go down, like Zeal did right there.
Yes, that's the GG's. That's where the timer stopped. The race would end. So I can
Yay, GG's.
update. Oh no. Don't worry about that.
No, this is
That was
it's
behind the scenes look. That's a little. I guess with this, what the Twitch stream title, that actually does make sense. Restreaming 101. It was my first
yeah. I
time
mean,
being
it's
the one behind the desk, so to speak.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
been a learning experience for sure.
it's. I just want to say too, like, thank you, Pyro, for being able to restream my run today. I really appreciate it.
And thank you. It was a great run. It showcased a lot of the things we look for in a good Jets run. You went out of your way to show off a few things. So I think that 153. I think realistically, you probably would have finished like maybe 145, 140 in a serious race when you were like maybe dead set on trying to get
Oh,
through the seed.
yeah, I'd say around that ballpark. Yeah. This has just been a really awesome experience. Just talking to people about my favorite game, and it's just all possible because of the community, the devs doing their thing, just everyone. it- They're just really nice people. So thank you for letting me show this off today with Boss Rando flag set on.
Of course, great experience.
Oh,
Anyone interested, please join the Discord. We don't bite mostly, and there's guides to read if you're nervous about getting started. It's super easy. Just find a ROM somewhere, and we got all the patching tools you can need after that.
yeah, there's a lot of people over here that will. I mean, I'm willing to help people learn. I'm a mentor in one of the cabins right now, helping out. But if anybody else just has any questions, feel free to talk to me or anybody else too. I don't know if chat has anything else going on right now. Maybe they want to ask really quick, or if we're uh maybe good to go here.
Yeah, I think so. And last call for chat. While I try to let's change the layout. Hey, there we go.
Nice. Yeah,
Oh, what?
that was really fun.
Yeah, and other than the technical difficulties, and definitely would work on my internet quality
Oh,
beforehand. I think part of it was
and
my issue. Maybe part of it was YouTube. Who knows? Um, yeah,
that's why we're camping out, you know?
this is where we learn. Doesn't matter. It wasn't
Absolutely.
a real race, but it was a
Nope.
great run.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, if that's all then, it was nice hanging out with chat and you too, Pyro. Um, uh, I yeah, thank you again, everybody.
Yep. Sayonara, and I don't know. Go beat Lavos.
Yeah, or Zeal. Maybe even Yocker while you're at it.
Definitely Yakra.
Heck yeah. Peace, everybody.